Hi everyone, how you doing? So I've been making some videos today and I thought it would be cool to do a video at some point about the gear that I have. If I'm uploading more guitar videos, but you guys kind of roughly know what I'm using without me having to show you every time. And it's fun for me because I get to talk about my gear. So let me just show you what I've got. I'll start with the amp because I just got one of those. So this is my Fender Blues Junior. It's the 3rd edition. So it's got the amp controls actually facing the right way. And that's how I run my settings on it. But yeah, pretty low reverb, pretty low master volume, 2 out of 12. If I'm running a function gig or church, I'll turn it up to 3 because I can afford to do that. I leave the fat switch off and then have my EQ and master volume set up like that. I love that amp, it fits in the footwell of the car. So yeah, this is my board. It's on a Pedal Train 3. So we've got a buffer. This is by This One's Mine, T1M. It's a small company in America, run by a guy called Dan. It just boosts my signal through, so there's no loss of high end or tone because I'm running, 30 foot of cable at least. We go into the Dunlop Crybaby wah, just the standard version. Korg Pitch Black, the Boss CS3. I would one day like to upgrade this, but they're a lot of money for an effect that doesn't do too much. So for now this will do. To the Nanopog. So I only got this earlier this year when I went to Canada to see some friends get married. I stopped off at a great music shop over there. I used to have a whammy pedal and got rid of it, which I don't regret, but this is just nice and compact. It does everything I need it to. We go over to the Full Drive 2. Again, I've had this for 3 or 4 years now. Really good pedal. This is pretty much how I run it. Vintage mode and then the MOSFET mode there. That stays on pretty much all the time. I very rarely turn that off. That's kind of really my first stage of overdrive, and that side is almost like my clean sound really. I go into the JHS Angry Charlie version 2. Really like this pedal. Again, I'm playing at home, but normally I run it a little bit hotter, just sort of like that. And I stack that on top of the Full Drive for my distortion sound. A JHS Muffaletta fuzz pedal, 6 fuzzes in one box. I'm not the biggest fuzz fan in the world. I'm starting to get to grips with using it and the sounds available. There's not too much use for that in church or a function gig. The TC Electronic, the Spark Mini Booster. I only got that this year, I think. 20 dB of boost, so I'm running 5 dB 6 at most, and that's enough for me. Now we follow the cable around, go into the Strymon Timeline. At the minute you can see I've got it on one of my settings for church. Amazing sounding delay pedal, and I love it. I mainly bought this because I needed the presets for the band I'm in, Vermusery. The delay parts I had, it was quite specific delays for every song, so I bought it mainly for the use of banks so I could save a delay sound and not have to worry mid-gig about moving a load of knobs around and saving a new sound. And it's a great pedal, fully MIDI, very, very intelligent. Definitely don't use it to its full capacity. I probably only use about 3 sounds on it. And then we go to the Strymon Big Sky. Tried this in a guitar shop, absolutely loved it. And I just had to get it. I love reverb, always have, always will. Love ambient sounds. Just looks pretty right next to the other one as well. So that's my board. Moving on to the guitars. So this slightly disfigured monster is my made in Japan Squier Stratocaster. It's from about 1984. The guitars from back then, made in Japan, are meant to be pretty decent. I'm not a huge fan of the guitar. I just don't get on with the sound of single coils, is what I've realised. They don't give me enough output, don't give me enough gain to kind of hit my pedals hard enough. So I need to either change the pickups out or just to mess around with my gear, my pedals and my amp and try find a better sound for it. My bridge pickup isn't in there. I've actually just today received this. It's a Hot Rails pickup, or a dual rail pickup, by a company called Artec. It was like 12 quid on eBay. And I just want to try it in the bridge position and see if it gives me the output level that I want. Also I found the bridge too bright and too harsh. Higher output pickups tend to get rid of the high frequencies, is what I've heard. So I want to try and experiment and see a hotter pickup will give me, it'll give me the gain I want, I'm sure, but if it'll get rid of some of those harsh high frequencies. Anyway, so I don't really play that guitar much, but currently in the process of trying out some pickups. The pickups I think are my main issue with it at the minute. Anyway, this has been my main guitar since I came to Coventry, so 5 years. This is a Duesenberg Star Player TV Special, and it's just absolutely amazing, solid guitar. The Bigsby is the best Bigsby I've ever played, bar none. Really subtle, really nice, and like 100% tuning stability. The neck pickup is Duesenberg's version of a P90. A while ago I wanted to change it out for a humbucker. I'd still like to try that. And the bridge pickup is a Duesenberg Grand Vintage humbucker, I believe it's called, and that just absolutely screams. It cuts through the mix so well. Comes in this lovely Duesenberg hard case, and I'm such a fanboy that I even have the Duesenberg strap to go with it. This is an amazing guitar. It's been basically the guitar I've played for the last 5 years, and this is the pièce de résistance. I just did an unboxing video for this, so I'll post that at some point as well. This is my Chapman Guitars ML1 Pro Modern, and it's this beauty, and it is absolutely unbelievable. Went down to Anderton's a couple of weeks ago, tried one out, fell in love. It just looks stunning. It's a neck through body. Doesn't have a tremolo or a Bigsby, which I miss it very slightly, but the only other one that did have it was the traditional version of this guitar. And you know, I tried it, and again, single coils, didn't get on with them. These humbuckers are so crystal clear on a clean sound, and again, they absolutely roar and scream on a distorted sound. Really high output. I've never had a guitar like this really, with two humbuckers that are that high output. 24 frets, I've never had that on a guitar. The infinity symbol, mother of pearl. These are side dots here, so you notice there's no dots on the neck. These side dots are glow in the dark, which is very cool. And it comes with strap locks built onto it as well. 5-way pickup switch. It just sounds amazing. Let me take you upstairs. So I'm just trying out this whole video thing, so you'll have to excuse lighting and audio and all the awkward cuts and how long it is, because you know I like to talk. So this is my room. Lovely load of washing. Load of GameCube games, the best console ever made. What am I going to show you in here? This is my acoustic guitar. It's a Fender CD60 or CD160, something like that. Pretty cheap, cost me under £200 back in the day. It's a pretty average acoustic really. The pickup's quite nice, not incredible. I have to leave the bass in the middle and the EQ down at maybe 10 o'clock and push the treble up to about 2 o'clock just so it gets a nice tone. But it sounds pretty nice, and my good friend Gordon from Plymouth, who I've met through my wife, and he did a setup on that for me a few years ago, and it's absolutely killer. So I've got a few more bits in here. JHS double barrel, so it's a tube screamer pedal and a very transparent overdrive, the Morning Glory. Quite a cool pedal, you can toggle the order there. Sounds really good. Currently not on the board because I've got the full drive, and I prefer the sound of that. In here I've got, so this is my volume pedal. They've got a Line 6 M9, possibly thinking of selling it, but it is handy still. You know, it's a backup rig if for some reason my gear got stolen or everything broke. That does, you know, distortion, delay, reverb, modulation, so I can get every sound that I have on my board on there, and the expression pedal for it. The one last thing I wanted to show you downstairs was there's two pedals that I missed off. These little bad boys. So this is a solo boost I mentioned earlier on. It was hand built by a guy called John up in Scotland, who I don't know personally. I bought it off him on eBay. And then this I got for my birthday this year from my lovely wife Nicola. So yeah, I love the timeline. I love what the timeline can do, but I just got bored of scrolling through menus. I just wanted the novelty of, here's your delay sound, turn it on or off, that's all you've got. I do want to assemble a small board. I mean, I've got the JHS pedal upstairs and the boost and the delay, so that's a small board right there. Possibly make it, possibly just buy like a Pedal Train Nano. Have it, I can run that down to church quickly if I'm ever playing, or you know, I even, you know, could try it at a function gig, just the very basic, you know, meat and potatoes, drive and delay. But yeah, that's all my gear, kind of strewn across the lounge currently because Nicola's out and I can. And yeah, hope this has been fun to watch. And yeah, I will see you again when I do another video. Bye.